Thrivers! I'm Miss Karen and I am so glad that you're here today. I hope that you had a lot of fun on Tuesday conducting your science experiments with Miss Holly and that you learned something new. We love it when you post pictures and comments on our Thrive Facebook page so that we can stay connected. So thank you to those of you who have been doing so. If you haven't joined our private group yet, just send me a quick email at karen@lakepointe.church and I'll be sure to send you an invite. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to ring the bell to get notified every time that we post a new segment. Today we're talking about initiative. Initiative means to take wise action without being told. An example of taking initiative would be to make your bed and tidy your room in the morning without being asked. My daughter took initiative this past week by writing a book report on a book that she finished reading without being asked. Sometimes you might feel like, as a young person, that you can only do so much and that others only expect you to do so much. Well, I have news for you. You are capable of a lot more than you think. You have the ability right now, while you are at home, to show the love of Jesus to those around you. You just might need to be a little creative about it. Our verse for today is from the book of 1 Timothy, and it says this: "Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young. Set an example for the believers in what you say and in how you live. Also set an example in how you love and in what you believe." 1 Timothy 4:12, NERV. Let's say that together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young. Set an example for the believers in what you say and in how you live. Also, set an example in how you love and in what you believe. 1 Timothy 4:12, NERV. When I was thinking about initiative, I couldn't help but think of the initiative that's been shown in order to produce these Thrive at Home segments. There have been a lot of kids like you helping to make these segments, and we wouldn't be able to do it without them. Some of you have been helping behind the scenes, and some of you have been helping in front of the camera. For example, our first craft with Miss Margaret was filmed by 2 of our very own Thrivers, Madison and Lincoln. Another 2 of our Thrivers, Tristan and Taylor, helped out with the kitchen segments. Karis helped out with the backyard soccer segment. And not only did Hunter and Grayson help out with filming 2 different segments for you, they'll actually be teaching one of the upcoming segments. Judah is one of our junior Thrivers, and he helped out with the science experiments. And I wouldn't be able to get these videos to you looking so fantastic if it wasn't for 2 of my daughters, Sophia and Zoe, who are spending a few hours each week editing the videos and getting them ready to upload. I am blown away by this initiative that kids like you are taking. And that is only one example, isn't it? You can show initiative in many ways by continuing to help out your family members and work as a team, by getting your schoolwork done without being asked, and by doing things to bless others outside your home in different creative ways. You are young, but we're told in the Bible that you can actually set an example to other believers by what you say and how you live. That is really awesome. And it brings us to our bottom line for the day, and it's this: I can take initiative and make choices to show God's love to those around me. I can set an example. Let's say that together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I can take initiative and make choices to show God's love to those around me. I can set an example. Great job. Would you bow your head and close your eyes and pray with me now? God, thank you that even when our Thrivers are young, that you have told them that they can set an example for other believers. God, I pray that you would help them to take the initiative to show your love to those around them and to make wise choices while they do it. And we pray this in Jesus' name, amen. We would love it if you would join us on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. for Lakepointe Online. You can watch our online interactive experience here on YouTube or also on Facebook. We have messages specifically for children and junior high age students, and we would love it if you joined us as we learn more about God together from our homes. Today our skills video is from Miss Mel, as she teaches us how to make some more fun and healthy snacks in the kitchen. Have fun, and don't forget to post pictures of your creations on our Thrive Facebook page before you eat them. I would love to see your creativity and your smiles later today. Enjoy, and I'll see you next time, Thrivers.
Hey Thrivers, I hope you're keeping busy at home and enjoying these videos that we've been sending out. My name is Miss Mel and I'm here from kitchen class. I'm going to teach you another snack that you can make at home. So first things first, we're going to wash our hands. Rule number 1 in kitchen class, and always to stay healthy, is wash your hands. So today we're going to be making things out of celery. So if you want to take a look here, there's a couple of examples. And that is a snail and a butterfly, or whatever you'd like it to be. But we're gonna start out with ants on a log and stoplights. So I'm sure a lot of you have had ants on a log before. Well, you're gonna learn today. So each of you can take a celery. Okay, so the biggest tip when you're doing things with celery, if you're putting peanut butter or any sort of spread on the celery, is that if it's not all the way dry, it won't stick. So if you're finding that your celery is not sticking, that could be why. So if you would like to follow along with us and just do things after, that's cool. But if you want, you can take out all the ingredients. If you want to pause this video and you want to get things out, today we're going to use some peanut butter, some pretzels, something round like a grape or a blueberry or anything like a raisin. We're going to do raisins for sure. I have a red, yellow, and orange pepper, celery, and some cream cheese. So if you have any of those things, if you want to pause the video and go and get them out, you can feel free to do so. So I'm just going to prep a few things here. Okay. So ants on a log was one of my favorite snacks when I was little. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it. Girls, do you remember what ants on a log is?
Yeah. Peanut butter and then raisins on.
Yeah, and it sounds kind of weird, but when you eat it all together, it's actually really good. So if you guys want to cut your celery sticks into 3 parts, make it last into 3. There we go.
Ooh.
Careful.
Yep.
Okay, so make sure at home, you guys, that you have permission to use a knife and to cut with a knife. If you're not allowed to use a knife, make sure that you get a grown-up to help you with any of the cutting parts, please. So for ants on a log, it's really simple. You just take peanut butter and you put it inside of the celery stick. You can just use a tiny spatula or a butter knife for this. So girls, you guys can just do the one. And then
Wait, only one?
these are your ants. So you just eat it like that. It's really fast and really easy. And again, if you have allergies to peanuts, you can use Wow butter. That's a safe school option as well. Or sunflower seed butter. Or if you have no allergies to tree nuts, you can use almond butter too. These are my helpers today. If you haven't met them yet, please introduce yourself.
My name's Taylor, and I'm really happy to be here cooking. Hi, my name's Tristan, and I'm really happy to be here with you.
Are you enjoying staying at home?
Yeah,
Keeping busy? Okay. So, another option you can do with the peanut butter. Taylor's licking her fingers a lot, so she's not going to share her snacks today. Peanut butter's messy, isn't it? I'm going to use that knife, okay? Alright. So another option that you can do with the peanut butter,
I don't have them done.
you got to put your ants on. So these I tried to be really creative with. I saw some cool ideas online. And all the eyes looked perfect, and then I found out that they were googly candy eyes, which we didn't have. So I tried to make this little guy some eyes, and all I did was cut a marshmallow in half and then cut a chocolate chip into a few pieces. But really, you don't need to have eyes. You can just put anything you like there. But for this one, oh, my grapes are out here. What is he, a butterfly? I just used a grape as the head, and then I used 2 pretzels. So here you go, girls, if you want to make one. And I put the pretzel with the 2 points up for his wings, and I kind of just stuck it on there. And if you put enough peanut butter, I don't know if I put enough, it should stay. And for the other one, basically you can do anything. You can make it into anything you want for the snail. You can use a really tall snail shell or a small one. This other guy's got a small shell.
I have enough for 2.
This
right?
one's bigger. And maybe today we'll just do this for a head. Here, we'll put him next to his friend and maybe that'll hold him up. There you go. And then I just broke one of these pretzels in half to make some antennas. So those I just stuck in like that. This piece of celery is really flat, so it's not keeping up my wings very good. So I'm going to put some more peanut butter in and see if that will help. So the idea of these snacks is that these are some snacks you can make yourself from home. So if your parents or your caregiver or your grandma or grandpa or whoever's taking care of you are busy, you can have fun and make your own snacks to help out, and also so that you're not hungry. These are a great way to include more fruits and vegetables into your diet. So I'm going to put my friends over here, and I'm going to show you how to make the stoplights. Okay? So I just have a bit of peanut butter on my hands. Very nice.
I only got these 2.
What's that?
I only did these 2.
Yeah, that's great. Are you saving your other one to make a stoplight, or do you need another?
What's a stoplight?
Well, I'll show you. Okay,
I mean, I know what a road stoplight is.
Oh, you know what? We don't have a green pepper. That's what was like missing.
You can use an apple.
Smart idea. There we go. I bought a mixture of peppers, and I was thinking, okay.
Mom, what? Why can't these?
Why aren't they staying? Flip it over and put it flat, maybe. Like put the wings down.
What do you mean?
Like try putting it this way. There you go. Now I got peanut butter on me again. Here's another celery for you, Taylor. You want? Okay. So to make your stoplight, I'm using cream cheese. Okay, we're gonna move on to stoplights. Okay. So our girls they can't have dairy, so we use this this cream cheese substitute. Okay, so you guys can use that to put on yours. And I have cream cheese here.
Do I just spread it like?
Taylor, you can go wash your hands and come back, okay? So I'm just gonna take a piece of cream cheese and I'm gonna spread it into the celery.
My butterfly.
Oopsies. And I'm actually gonna make an extra one because there's other things we can do with them as well. So if you wanna, when Tristan's done, Taylor, you can take a turn and put some cream cheese in your celery, okay? And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut up some peppers. I guess we don't need the orange one. And again, you can do this yourself if you're allowed to use a knife and you have permission. And if not, get an older sibling or a grown-up to help you. So if you look at the traffic light, we have red for stop, yellow for slow down and caution, and green for go. And if you have a dark green pepper, it'll look more like a stoplight. So I'll give you some peppers, girls. Here you go. Sorry, I threw them on top of your ants.
It's okay.
That's lots, Tay.
Okay.
And where did my cucumbers go from my last project? Oh, there they are. So another thing you can do with the cream cheese is you can make yourself a snail as well, just using vegetables, because it's really yummy with cucumbers too.
Okay, I need more.
And you can do the same thing if you have some ranch vegetable dip that's nice and thick that'll stay in. Not ranch dressing, but dip. So these are just a fun little snack that you can make on your own.
Mom, we could take a toothpick and stick it in the bottom so it's standing up.
You could do that, sure. So I'm going to move these to the side. Just a minute. So in our last video, I had my frogs here. So if you weren't here for that, you can check out our last video where we made rice cake owls and bears, as well as some flavored water. And I talked about 3 frogs sitting on a log and how many had jumped in the water. So today I have another little frog story to tell you. And it's a little bit about what we have going on right now. So there were a whole bunch of frogs, and there was a very tall totem pole. And there was a contest for these frogs to get to the top of the totem pole. And so all the frogs lined up. I don't have enough frogs, but imagine it's a whole town of frogs. And they started, and it was like a race. It was a competition. So the frogs were climbing, and lots of them were falling off the pole. And there was a whole bunch of frogs at the bottom, and they were saying things like, "Oh, he's not going to make it. That pole's too tall. Oh, that one's going to fall down. He's not going to be able to do it. He looks tired. And, oh, he'll never do that. It's impossible." And just all sorts of things these negative frogs were saying. And slowly, one by one, the frogs were falling off the totem pole and they couldn't make it to the top. They were tired and it was just too tough. And this one frog, he kept going and he made it all the way to the top. And do you want to know what the secret was? Do you guys know?
He believed he could.
Well, that's important.
He persevered.
He did persevere, didn't he?
He didn't listen to the other frogs.
Exactly. And do you know why?
Because people shouldn't care what other people think of them.
Well, that's really good, Tristan. This frog that made it to the top, he was deaf. He didn't hear all the other people saying what he could and couldn't do. And so actually, he just did what he thought he could do. And he was looking up at God and he persevered and he just did his best, regardless what anyone else was saying. So I opened my calendar for March, and on it says Psalm 37:5. It says, "Commit everything you do to the Lord. trust him and he will help you. So it gave me this idea with this frog story that during this time at home, just like my other story about committing to action, not just thinking about making a decision about something, if you have something that you've been really wanting to work on that you've struggled with, because let's say you want to get really good at playing piano, but you're always busy, you're always at school and you're going to soccer and you're going here and there, or you want to be a writer but you never have time to write a story, or you want to be an artist and you never have time to work on your drawings. Now that we're at home would be a great time to work on these skills and utilize the talents that God gave you. If there's something in the back of your mind that's telling you that you should do these things, now's the time that you can take the time and work on them. So that's my advice for today. And we had a lot of fun making these healthy snacks together. We're so happy that you joined us, and we hope to see you again. Bye.